Confusion heats up as more viewers think they can get EIDL money and UI at the same time when they cannot. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is LALATE with a EIDL grant update. Earlier, we delivered our EIDL loan video. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below. We may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And please hit the bell in the front of this channel so you can alert every time the host changes their outfit during the day, because it is damn hot today. Shortly, we'll be answering all 130 of your EIDL grant questions from yesterday. Thank you for watching that video. Please like and share our videos and get them to the top of search results. And we'll be detailing really sort of this shocking confusion or scandal almost, that viewers think they can get UI and EIDL at the same time. Wow. But let me get right to your questions, and I'm going to personally answer. Of course, it's me. I mean, who else is going to answer the question? I'm going to be answering right off the bat and out of order a very nice viewer who has been contacting this channel and through different methods, and unfortunately, this channel doesn't really follow its Facebook. There's Facebook private messages. Never knew that. Some of you have been contacting this channel through Instagram and Facebook, and not so much on Twitter, I guess. But the best way to always contact us is through the comments on the video. And we personally said, hey, we're going to put you in the first of the list today because he's been asking for a long time. And he has some really great questions. So all of you listen up. So it's a fitness studio or gym. Hardcore Training asks the following. I was referred to your channel. We formed our LLC in late October 2018 for a fitness center. We really didn't make any money that year. In 2018, we started getting members. And in May 2019, we had a buyer. We really thought our gym was going to be sold, so we closed our LLC, but continued to operate pending the sale. The sale fell through. We kept operating until we decided it was only personal training going into 2020. We began 2020 as a personal training only studio and was forced to close because of COVID-19 in February. We sold off a very large amount of our gym equipment so we can pay our lease and other bills. Finally, we were allowed to open in June, and we refiled our LLC, still pending and should be approved this week. Can we file for the EIDL? We do have our EN from 2018. We're waiting for our articles to be approved this week, so we'll open our bank accounts again. In 2018, we had income and about this amount of money for service-related expenses. What should we do? Can anyone help? Could you please post your advice, LA? By the way, cool channel, very informative. Our situation is very unique, seems some guidance. Thank you, advice, LA. So your question makes it unusual because of the moving corporate structure, and that's what makes it unusual. Let me deal with sort of the broader issue before I deal with the nuance. The broader issue is a business that existed. What type of business existence do you need to have to get EIDL grant and loan money? I get this question all the time. The law is that you had to have been in existence by the time, I think it's like late January. You had to have been in existence by late January. Now, when you go to do the streamlined application for EIDL, it's going to ask you what your 2019 earnings are. The issue is that it'll be zero if you're a new business that was formed in 2020 because your gross rev is zero in 2019. Ultimately, you'll get a grant, but you won't get a loan. What happens, though, is that there's concern that people may not get grants. If you didn't watch our EIDL loan video earlier today, I don't want to say it's the news yet, but there was 3 people who are told that SBA has said to them there's not going to give any more grant money. I don't know. I'm just telling you, at this point it's rumors because there's only 3 viewers. But let's assume that's false. So if you apply, if you are a new business as of January 2020 and have no 2019 financial data, you'll get a grant, but you won't get the loan because there's nothing to loan you based upon. Now, what makes your situation a little confusing is how to apply, first of all, because you're changing from LLC to something and then back to LLC. So I'm going to do it the easy way, and I don't know if it's the right way. The easy way is, I don't know if you're reactivating your LLC. If you're reactivating your LLC from 2018, not establishing a new LLC, but reactivating, which I hope you are, then that's great, because in doing that, then all your financial numbers are your financial numbers from before. If you're starting a whole new LLC, which I don't think you are, that's a hot mess, because then you don't have an EIN, you have nothing tied to what was before. So if you're reactivating the LLC, you can use the prior financial data as your argument with SBA. You can certainly use the EIN. And who cares you shut down the LLC for a few weeks or a few months? It doesn't make a difference. You're reactivating it. All right, so then what would you do? Well, what you would do is you would apply the business. First of all, you say you're trying to get the LLC still pending. I don't know what the alternative is if it's an individual. I don't think you want the individual, because if you have a lot of employees as an LLC, you want to list those employees. So I would hammer your Secretary of State and get that LLC reactivated. So when it's reactivated, you apply with the SBA for the EIDL with the EIN. You choose 500 employees or less business. You do not choose self-proprietor, because you're not that. When list of employees, you list all your 1099s that you have in that business, which certainly is more than one, and that will determine how much your grant money is, $1,000 per employee. Then, did I say 1099? I meant employee. Then what happens is it's going to ask you the financial data. So you have a lot of financial data. I'm not going to read on air, but it looks like it would be, I'm doing the math live as taping, it looks like you would get at least a $50,000 loan if you do the math, because it's gross rev minus services rendered divided by 2. And the two numbers you put in the comments is that divided by 2, that would be your loan amount. Now, remember, you're going to be collateralized, because anything over $24,900 is collateralized. Anything over $25,001 is collateralized. Actually, anything over $25,000 is collateralized. So $25,001 is collateralized. Everything under that is not collateralized. You don't want to be collateralized and reduce the loan amount with that wonderful toggle switch when you get a loan offer. And you'll get it. And there you go. So you want to make now, I'm going to freely admit SBA is a hot mess. And so even if you get the LLC reactivated, tomorrow, they may go and check the LLC and say, hey, it's not reactivated or something. So be forewarned. They may have problems verifying the business existence. There's a lead time. You may want to wait a little bit. You may also want to call SBA and say, hey, I got the EIN, I got the LLC reactivated. Can I apply now, or should I wait? But I think you're fine. Once you get the LLC reactivated, you have the EIN, you have the 2019 numbers, you're good to go. You'll get the grant, and you'll get about a $50,000 loan. Drop in the comments if you have any additional questions. And thank you for staying with me and this channel. Roz B, the best part of hearing comments is hearing that everyone's able to understand SBA is not professional. Default photo, UI and EIDL do not conflict. They do. That's coming up as our bombshell at the 10-minute mark, which is about a minute and a half from now. You're solo. Being on UI for regular job did some lift in April and declared income for last $100, small reduction UI. Why is there an issue applying for a grant or loan? Randy Bly, this is Randy from Alabama. Sticky Fingers Chavita's going to be called to the Senate again. I mean, she's always been called. They want to see her scars. Lupe, does anyone know the loan officer's phone numbers? Yeah, I mean, I don't. I should have saved them. They were in the videos two weeks ago, and there's a lot of them. If you are reviewing and you have a loan number for a loan officer's phone number, drop them in the comments below and help Lupe. Can you hear me out? My accountant says I could take PUA and PPP. I'm not going to go down that road. I hate PPP. Time for a glass of wine. Good night, LA. Thank you. Zobar. By the way, I think you're awesome. Sincerely appreciate your multiple daily updates. Thank you. We have 3-second stimulus check videos today as well. Cassandra Walker received portal invite in 611. How long does it take to get the deposit? About 7 days. A Snowbird. Here's a good question. Has anyone that got the grant last week actually gotten the grant? Maybe a few. I don't know if anyone. Yes, they have. They've actually gotten funded. Rob Gabriel, update LA, something to EIDL Thursday, Money in the Bank. Congratulations, Brandy. Got my grant after the measly loan offer. Could it be consistent? That's the way it works. You have to get that loan denied or approved if you're a March or April applicant, and then it'll land. And if you're denied, you have to do reconsideration asking for the grant money. A Flement. 2 businesses, 1 apply. The funny part is they asked me for application numbers, so I don't know what's going on. Can't locate it. Need to call SBA. That's just getting very messy. Gregory got grant today. Only hard pull 1 point. Thanks, Elliot. All right, so let's get to the topic du jour. And it's not scars and how to get them from an SBA clearance shelf. The question is UI and EIDL. And yesterday we talked about it. I'm going to go back on that subject matter now. And I'm going to make this very clear, and hopefully it is. If you're on UI and you're going over and getting EIDL money, oh boy, it is really problematic. And let me explain. When I talk about UI, I mean that someone is only on UI. UI is unemployment assistance. UI is for W-2 people. UI is for people who are not PUA. As you know, PUA is for independent contractors. PUA, to get PUA, you have to be ineligible for UI. So when you're on UI, you're certifying to the state that you were an employee of someone like a Macy's and were laid off or furloughed. Okay, you follow me so far? Employee. If you go over to SBA and say, I want some EIDL money, I'm being very careful here. I'm saying if you're only in a UI person, only an employee-employer situation, you go over to SBA and say, I want some EIDL money, you better be very careful because that alone is hideously improper. Why? Because a Macy's employee is not entitled to EIDL money. A Macy's employee is not entitled to EIDL money. EIDL is for self-employed or business individuals. You're not entitled to it. That was what my comment was yesterday. So if you are getting unemployment assistance from your state as a furloughed UI, and that is all you are, remember, that is all you are, you absolutely are not entitled to EIDL because it makes absolutely no sense. Now, some viewers have walked the comment the other direction, which is not what I said, which is you're getting UI, but you're also a side gig person and you're getting EIDL money on the side. Okay, so they're saying that they're Macy's employee, but they also drive for Lyft, and they're making money from Lyft, and so they went over to get some EIDL money. That is fine. That is totally a different situation than I had talked about yesterday. That is where you're a Macy's employee, but you also drive for Uber or Lyft. Yeah, the Uber and Lyft job can apply can apply at SBA for EIDL money. Now, if you are employed by your own, here's a really complicated one. If you're employed by your own business, you don't go get UI. If you're employed by your own business, you get PUA. So you better not be going to your state and getting UI as an employee of your own business. That's PUA. So under that scenario, you cannot get UI and EIDL either. A little complicated? It is. But ultimately, EIDL is for self-employed and independent contractors and business owners. And if that is if you have no other existence but an employer-employee situation, you are not entitled to EIDL money. It is not a program for you. So let me get back to your questions. Blake Austin, EIDL and UI don't impede each other. They do if you're an employee-employer only. Only. It's when you have other things going on. So they do impede. They absolutely completely contradictory if you are only an employee. A Macy's employee is not entitled to EIDL money. It's as simple as that. Now, a Macy's employee who also is an Uber or Lyft driver is entitled to EIDL money. So and to be very frank to you, a Macy's employee who is also an Uber Lyft driver, the Uber and Lyft part is not called UI. It's simply not called UI. So that's why when I see comments like EIDL and UI don't impede, they absolutely 100% impede. UI is describing an employer-employee situation, Macy's and a Macy's employee. A Macy's employee is not entitled to EIDL money. Or if you say, I'm an Uber or Lyft driver, well, that's a PUA situation. That's not a UI situation. Serving the most God first. Hey, Rosie, I received all sort of rent assistance from shelter. Does that need to be reported if I'm receiving PUA benefits? I don't know. I don't think so, and I don't know what that means. But drop in the comments to our PUA video, and we'll, on the second stimulus check, and I'll answer it. Hardcore training, which I just answered. Jaquita Gilbert, your EIDL advanced grant cannot be combined with PPP. Laura, you stated you can't receive UI and EIDL. In 2019, I worked for the first 9 months as an employee and received a W-2. Pause. I began a business in October 2019 in which I received a 1099. Okay, that's a different situation. Should I return the EIDL money? Okay, that's a different situation. That is a Macy's employee who is also an Uber Lyft driver. The Uber and Lyft driver can go and get EIDL money. That is not what I was talking about or not talking about today. I'm talking about everything up to the first part of your comment, which is I worked the first 9 months as a W-2. Okay, stop. If that's all you did, you cannot get EIDL money. If you also have a business, and it's very common, an example is someone who is sells makeup at Macy's. They're an employee, but they're also a makeup artist on the side. And they, have their own LLC, and they do makeup for weddings, and they make, $10,000 a year, $100,000, $50,000 a year, and that was impacted by COVID-19. Absolutely, you can go and do EIDL. It's just you can't do it if you're only a Macy's employee. And viewers keep on saying, "Are you being paid by?" I'm not. I'm just using an example. Michael, 330 applied. Lots of cheese from now. Specifically said 80% of the loans will not require a loan officer. If you direct a loan officer, it's not good, even if approved. I don't think that's true. I've never heard that to be true. Loan officers do wonders. I actually have that in one of the videos earlier today. Zobar. So it's not possible for a person to be a W-2 and a sole proprietor? Yes, they can. That was not my comment. Why not? That was not my comment. I'm in the state of Pennsylvania. So yes, my comment was if you are only a UI person, if you are only a W-2. So again, repeat, if you're only a W-2 and have nothing else going on in your life except W-2, you cannot get EIDL money. If you're a W-2 and have a business which you're a sole proprietor or a business you own, you can go get EIDL money for that. Grandma Duck, I received my $10,000 grant and then I woke up. Love that. If you have questions to today's video, drop them in the comments below. Early today, EIDL loan, 3-second stimulus check videos. Please like and share, and stay with LA for more.